Hey guys, so today we're going to do a full install from start to finish. This is a 6x6 HD closure. It is a water wave wig. I'm just showing you guys the lace. This lace is bomb. The hairline, we're going to pluck that, no worries. This hair is literally so super duper cute, like extremely cute. We have combs, we have an elastic band, and we also have the band in the back. So let's jump into this video. So right now what we're doing, we're just going to bleach these knots. I'm using my Quick Blue by L'Oreal, my 30 volume developer, my Got To Be spray, and I'm going to show you guys what I did with that in a second, and my brush and my bowl for mixing. So what I did with the Got To Be spray, I actually did it off camera, but I'm just going to show you guys what I'm trying to explain here. So what I do is I turn the hair around and I basically just spray the hair with Got To Be spray so the bleach won't get on the hair and bleach the hair instead of the knots. And then I just comb it through and make sure it's completely dry. So that's what I did before I got on camera because I wanted it to be dry. So now I'm just going to turn the wig inside out. So now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to take my bleaching powder and my bleach, and I am going to just mix it up. I think I only took about, they weren't even full scoops, so they were like not even half, a little under half, and I just poured it in the bowl. I'm going to show you guys here in a second how much I actually had. So this is the bleach that I had in the bowl, and now I'm just going to add my 30 volume developer. As you guys know, and I'm pretty sure you all see it in any YouTube video you watch, you're just going to mix it up into a cake batter like consistency. But what I do, I actually make mine thick. Like, I don't like it for it to drip. I don't like for it to be runny. I don't like any of that. So you're going to see here exactly what I'm doing. Just mixing it up, and I actually had to add a little bit more developer because it was too thick. So I just added a little drop of developer, and I'm just going to mix it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to show you guys the consistency of how I like to do mine. And I think it's really easier this way because it's not going to seep through your lace. So as you can see, it's no dripping, it's no dropping, it's literally thick, like really thick. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this lace and make sure you start at the back. I like to start at the back because the back is more dense than the front, and if you start at the front, those knots are going to bleach faster and your knots might be blonde instead of bleaching from the back. So I just like to start at the back first. So I made it to the top of the closure, and you basically just want to make sure everything is completely covered. You don't want any missed spots because you might have to go in and re-bleach depending on the look you're going for. hopefully you don't have to. So this is what it should look like after you're done putting the bleach on the closure. So this is the wig when the knots are fully bleached. I did let the purple shampoo sit on it so the knots would not be orange. So now we're just going to get into plucking. So what I do to pluck, I take my rat tail comb and make sure I comb it all back. And then I am going to part out a small section right in the front where the hairline is, because I don't want to pluck that first. So I'm just going to pluck a small section. So once I'm done sectioning the hair off, I'm just going to take my tweezers. These are from the brand Elf. I got them from Target for about $3. And I'm also going to take my edge control brush with the comb on the end. And I am going to start plucking. You want to pluck with the slanted part facing towards the hair. And actually pluck at the root so you can get the hair. So I am going to start plucking. You want to pluck in a side-to-side motion. You don't want to pluck in one spot too long, because if you do, you would cause a bald spot. So I'm just going to start plucking. As you can see, I'm going side to side, and I'm not staying in one section for too long. So now I am just going to do the same thing on the other side. As you can see on the other side that I previously plucked, that side is thinned out all the way. So I'm just going to thin this side out, and I'll be back in a second. So ladies, always make sure once you're done plucking, you actually use your comb to comb the hairs back. If you don't, you might end up over plucking too much. So now what I'm doing, I'm just taking another row, and I'm going to section it off and put that hair forward just like I did the first row. And I am going to just pluck again to make sure I thin that row out too. Okay, I am finishing up with this section. So now I'm just going to take the front section, and I'm going to actually push it back, and I am going to pluck this hairline at the top. You want to make sure you pluck very, very slow if you're a beginner, because if you mess up, you will not be able to go back and do it over. So I'm just going to get a little closer to the camera so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing on the side. So as you can see, I am plucking, but I'm not plucking in one section. I'm plucking side to side and not staying in one section for too long, because like I said, you will over pluck if you do, and you will have a bald spot. So I'm just pushing the hair back. As you can see, it has already thinned out, and I only plucked for like literally probably 2 minutes, if that. And this is my final look when I'm done plucking. It is gorgeous. You don't see any knots, any bald spots, so I plucked just enough. And this is how much of the hair that I actually plucked out. So let's jump right into this install. So I put the wig on off camera. Right now I'm just going to pluck my part, just to get a little defined. I don't like a really defined part. So I'm just going to pluck a little bit so the part is kind of straight for me. So I'm just doing that now. And now what I'm going to do is just comb out the hairs that I'm plucking with my edge control comb. So after I'm done plucking my part, what I'm going to do is take my razor, and I'm just going literally straight across at the hairline to cut across. The razor is already in a jagged motion, so you don't have to go like up and down. You could just go straight across, and it should... Oh, I got sleep all in my eye. You should just get it, you should just get the hair and get the lace right at the hairline. So I got one side off, and that lace is like literally on my forehead. Like, you can't even tell that it's lace right there. I'm so silly. But no, so you're just gonna go ahead and cut the other side straight across, once again right at the hairline as close as you can get it. And it is okay if you cut a little bit of hair off with it. It really doesn't make a difference. Just don't try to cut too much hair off. So now what I am going to do, I'm just going to take my baby hairbrush, and I am going to part out a small section in the front and make sure I get a straight line across. This is going to be for my baby hairs. I don't like for my baby hairs to be all extra thick, all up and down my forehead. I don't like that look, so I try to get as less hair as possible in the front. And like I said, I'm just going to even that out where I want my baby hairs to stop at. So after I clip the hair back that I don't want to get in the way, I am just going to take my tweezers, and I am going to hold the hair downward, and I am actually going to tweeze the baby hair so they're not so thick. And I'm just going in a downward motion, making sure, once again, I am going side to side so I don't get hair that I don't want. So I'm just going side to side with the baby hair, and as you can see, it is coming out. So I'm just kind of grabbing the hair at the bottom so I can see what's coming out. And as you can see, it's getting thinner and thinner, way thinner than what I started from. And that's the goal if you like your baby hairs like mine. So that's how thin I like my baby hairs to be. And I am just going to get the same razor that I cut my lace with, and I'm just going to cut the baby hairs off. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. So I am done on both sides, and this is how the baby hair is going to look. This is like so bomb right now with lace, y'all. With freaking lace. Don't even play with me. For real, I did that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my heat protectant spray, and I am going to take my hot comb, and I am just going to flatten my hair out at the top. I already sprayed the heat protectant. I know y'all like, why she put it on the camera if she not using it, but I had already sprayed it in my hair before I start recording this. So I'm just making sure I'm straightening the top, trying to get it as flat as possible. And I also like to get a little hump in there every now and again to give it that volume look. So I just basically just hold the pressing comb for a certain amount of seconds on the back end of it and get that look to it. Now I am going to take my scissors and I am going to cut this hair straight across so my baby hairs can be a little shorter, or how I like them. So I'm just taking the scissors and cutting my hair straight across, making sure that the baby hairs are all even. And I'm just going to pull those down on the other side because they kind of got back in the hair. So I'm just going to pull those down and make sure, once again, they are all even straight across. And I'm just going to comb the hair back that I don't want to use as baby hair. And then I'm just combing the hair forward that I do want to use. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking my Got2b spray and I am just spraying the hair so the actual wig hair isn't getting in the way of my baby hair. And I'm just going to brush that back and make sure, once again, it's not getting in the way of my baby hair. And I did that press and comb thing because I like to have that kind of look at the top of the hair. I just don't like it just really flat. So now what I'm going to do after I pushed all the hair back, I am actually going to start with my baby hairs. I don't like my baby hairs very long. I like them to look as natural as possible. So what I do is I just cut it short, and I put Gorilla Snot glue on it. And I like my baby hairs to be exactly like that. I don't like all of that swoop. I don't like the long look of it. So I'm just taking this now, and I'm actually going to add some more Gorilla Snot to this side. I use Gorilla Snot instead of mousse because the Gorilla Snot gives it like a better hold, in my opinion, and the mousse is just like a temporary hold, and it comes out of the baby hair form because I don't really put any neck strips or a scarf and blow dry. I don't like to do that. So the Gorilla Snot actually acts as a fast drying for me. I can never do my baby hairs on camera, y'all. Like, I always mess up. Look at me just struggling, but I'm gonna get it together. And I'm just going to add some more on this side. And it's just literally a dab, y'all. It's not even a lot. And then I'm just going to put the hair up that I don't want. And my baby hair, I'm just going to add that to the hair up top. So it's just an easy comb back. And that's just about it. Right here, I'm just going to take my makeup brush and I'm just going to flesh it out. What I mean by flesh it out, I just want my lace to kind of blend more into my skin, and I'm just going to put makeup on the lace so it can look like a skin tone appearance, as I should say. So like I said, I just put makeup on my lace, and as you can see, you really cannot see it, and that is the goal, for real, for real. So now I'm just going back in and I'm straightening out the hair, flattening it out at the top as much as I possibly can. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And now I'm just gonna put my Nairobi mousse, and then I realized I actually ran out while recording this video, so I had to make it work and kind of just spray or put it on here as much as I can. But I did end up putting water in my hair because it just wasn't enough, and it just wasn't gonna do what I needed it to do. So I went ahead and put water in the hair off camera. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm fully finished with my install. This is a 6x6 closure. This is an HD closure as well. It's completely glueless. Like, I didn't put any glue on here, and it's like, it's very snug, and it's not even coming up, y'all. Like, this hair is freaking gorgeous. Turn around for y'all so y'all can see. This hair is so super duper pretty. It didn't take me long to do. Y'all seen step by step, what kind of step by step of what exactly I was doing and what products I use. And this is a wig from my hair company. I will put the link down below. This is 24 inches, and it's freaking gorgeous, y'all. Like, beautiful. Okay, this is a water wave. Water wave, water wave. So I hope y'all like this video. I hope you guys like my hair because I'm loving it. And I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.